Hey, what up, folks? Graphics Rogue here, and you know what time it is? It is time for Napoleon Total War, Louis! That time has arrived. Today I'm playing as Great Britain. My ally is playing as France, Louis. My enemy is playing as Russia and Prussia. So what I'm doing is I'm shooting ahead my artillery here. I got two artillery pieces. I'm gonna park them around this area, and I'm just going to start wailing on my enemy, who are just going to position themselves in this area. I'm splitting my first idea is I'm splitting my army up into two pieces. It should have been we'll see, and we'll talk about what should have been, but right now I send a smaller contingent of my army, a couple of light foots and a few line infantry, foot infantry type units. I'm sending them across this river, and we are going to capture this little town over here, and the plan is to hold this area off. And we are going to, we're sending the rest of my army up, and me and my ally, we are planning on capturing this town, holding the points. My enemy's army, he is shooting his army right across the river, so the enemy armies are going to be taking control of the hilly areas in the town across the river. They will be taking control of east of the river, while we will be taking control of west of the river. My ally will help me control the choke points on this upper sides. I should have sent more troops over to help this contingent of troops. I should have not sent the rest of my whole army over here to hold on to this town over here. But that's what I did. So my ally is he's got his Polish Legion. He's just hoofing it. He's trying to get over here to catch the backs of these guys as quickly as best he can, and they're sending actually some of their troops to help defend their rear, and that is pretty smart. He is defending the rear while the rest of his army is crossing the river, defending just in case these cavalry units want to charge the back of their lines. That is pretty cool. Are they hidden? Yeah, I think they hid. It's interesting. So yeah, we had a battle right before this one. It was same map with mostly the same people, but I had an ally who was a pretty shitty ally, I'll just say. I had an ally who was over here, and we were basically doing the same strategy. I was sending some troops over here to capture this area, the rest of the army over here to capture the town. At about maybe 5-ish minutes into the battle, I noticed, where the fuck is my ally? And I look back here, my ally is way back here in the starting position. He maybe moved a few of his troops in this area. Only a few of them, though, are starting to bombard our enemy with artillery shots now. Starting to hit the sides of his guys, starting to hit the sides of his artillery. My enemy's artillery over here. While over here, we're starting to try to probe his lines over here. I wanted to get around to smack his artillery, but he saw what I was doing. He's not having any of it. He's sending his cavalry to try to stop me from doing any sneakies. So my ally was over here. He just wasn't moving. I asked him, "Hey, could you move your army across the river to help my forces over here to help move in and advance? Because we're planning on then and we're planning on now just capturing these areas, holding that area, then we're going to sweep into this area. We're going to sweep into this area because this is lightly defended. Most of the army is over there, and we could have split off their whole armies and just crushed them. This battle and the last battle. And just split their army into this area and this area and capture this area and just crushed them. That would have been so cool. But my ally said this is my tactic. That's what he said. Just this whole army sent over here, but a couple of troops, a couple of cavalry, and a couple of infantry sent over to the north. He's like, this is my tactic. I'm like, all right, that's your tactic, all right. So I just play the battle as normally. So I'm just fighting these two armies, just me against the world over here. And let me tell you, it was laggy as hell too. My ally was causing the lag. The lag was terrible because of my ally. He was not helping the battle, and he was causing a shit ton of lag. So another point, I asked him, could you please come over? I really need some help. I'm getting pounded over here. Okay, here's a mistake I made. I got my guys too close, and I wasn't paying attention, and these guys got too close. They were chasing some cavalry units that got in this area. And I shouldn't have moved these guys so forward. I should have kept these guys back over here. I shouldn't have moved them so close to this position, because they have the high ground over here. I should have just let them hold. I shouldn't have moved them up. I'm moving these guys up. I shouldn't have been doing that. So that's the first mistake right there. Or maybe not the first mistake, but it's a mistake. So I asked my ally to come over across the river to help me out over here. He says, sorry, I can't. That's it. That's all he says. Sorry, I can't. Why can't you? You're not doing anything. Here, send a couple of units over here to do jack shit. I can't do anything in this area but hold. I can't cross the river and attack. Because my army is so spread out. I got army over here and over here and over there. I'm talking about the last battle. And it was so spread out, I couldn't do nothing. And he just has his entire army, but a few units over there. And that was really dumb and annoying. So my ally is chasing the enemy across the river. The last of the enemy units finally get across the river over here. Yeah, so my ally is able to get a couple of kills. Are they hidden? They must have some hidden troops over here. Yeah, they got some hidden troops over here. Interesting. But he couldn't get to them in time. He caught a few kills. Yeah, they're in square formation. But couldn't quite get to them in time. So, yeah, my ally just wasn't doing anything. And at the end of it, we didn't even finish the battle. The host, he quit the battle. He didn't quit the battle, but he shut the battle down. And he kicked my ally. And we started another battle up, and well, it was a lot better. There was no lag, and my ally actually was a good ally. He was helping out in the battles, and it was great. Let's see, I did not lose a cavalry unit. I have 3 cavalry units, and I did not lose a single one yet. See, I went ahead and I was engaging, and I shouldn't have did that. I had far too few troops in this area to really, truly be engaging here. Far too few light foot, far too few infantry units. And he's just bombarding me with these cannon. I don't have my cannon close enough. I should have put my cannon closer. And over here, I got some troops just routed. I tried to cross the river and try to make my advance across the river so I could start cutting them off. But in the end, they routed me. I couldn't get to them well enough, and I got another unit over here, but they're not gonna last. They're just getting ate the fuck up by these Prussians over here. I should have had more troops. I should have sent more troops. I sent a bunch of troops over here to hold this position. I wasn't even planning on attacking this area. I sent a bunch of troops to hold the position, and that was a bad idea. I should not have done that. There are far too many of my soldiers over here doing nothing. And look, my guys over here just getting destroyed. I sent too few troops over here. A lot of my cavalry are shattered. They're running. Most of my infantry are just getting tore up. They will be shattered soon. I sent so few troops over here. And then I sent them too close to the enemy lines up here on the hill. My enemy is just pounding me with artillery, and they're too far for my artillery to hit. My artillery is barely hitting the sides of some of the infantry over here, but they're not in the range over here. Now here I finally see an opening, and I strike their artillery with my dragoons, with what cavalry I have left. But they have so many cavalry, and good cavalry too. These lancers and all that, they're just gonna mow my cavalry down long before I'm able to do anything. And right here, they're just charging right through their men. They're gonna be charging into my soldiers. Should have squared up. I'm not sure if these guys have squared, but that's what I should have done. That was another mistake. I just made a lot of mistakes over here. A lot of mistakes were made for me where I was putting my troops, and now the enemy artillery is starting to bombard all these troops over here. Just sitting here, just not doing anything. I should have thought about this more. have so many troops over here. I should have relied more on my ally. That's the thing. I wasn't, because I had such a terrible ally before that I was doing so much of the shit by myself. I was kind of just not really thinking about it. I should have been I should have been trusting my ally more. I wasn't trusting my ally as much as I should have. His entire army is mostly over here, and then he starts sending a few troops over here when he sees that my attack over there has been a disaster and I lost everything. I lost everything over here. All my troopage has been lost over here. I'm not complete. Yeah, he's starting to shoot his cavalry, my ally, across this river. He's gonna start attacking some of the troops over here. No, that's the enemy troop over here. But he doesn't notice the spikes, and he just gets tore up by these pikes over here. Maybe he notices them in the last moment. Maybe that's why he slows down. But yeah, these pikes are not good for cavalry charges. They're good if you put them down, but not otherwise. They got me some Highland foot. These Highlanders will save Great Britain. Hearty, 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 hearty. And they got these foot. I'm starting to send some infantry units over that way. And I'm thinking I shouldn't send them all because these light infantry aren't going to be enough to hold this point over here. Again, I'm not relying on my ally over here, which I should have been. I'm not thinking about it. And I think I turned them around to hold this area. But I send these troops over here. We're going to keep trying to take this area because I know... Look at this. There's only 2 units in this town. If we can take this town, we can split them up. But my army over here is already crushed. And after they crush my army over here, they will soon be sending all of these troops around right through this river crossing over here, right behind our lines, like they're doing right now with these cavalry over here. The enemy, they march. That is just... They know what they must do, and they do it for Prussia. Our men are running, sir. And right, yeah, they already got into my cavalry. They swung right around the river, and they're gonna send more troops around. But right now, the cavalry just slammed right into my artillery, and just that's it for my artillery. They knocked them out. Knocked them out because I wasn't positioning my infantry right. And when I noticed he was sending his cavalry through this area, I knew it was too late because they were too far away from my infantry to get there in time to protect them. I was thinking about earlier putting some infantry over here to protect my cavalry just in case something like that happened, but I thought I wasn't thinking about my enemy pushing through this area so easily. And yeah, that was another mistake, another disaster. So already things are not looking good for the alliance. I still got my general over here hidden behind this building like a scared little baby. The pride of England, hiding like a little child. Sir, let us hide behind this.
Our general is under attack.
Hide behind this building. Oh no, they're under attack. We are under attack by the vile Prussian swine. They just swing right into the back of my general, and I don't even notice it until it's too late. Oh boy, I made so many mistakes. This was not a good look. But my enemy, he is seeing the troubles going on, and I got my soldiers over here, and they're still bombarding me with artillery. And I don't think the artillery has any ammunition. I think the artillery just goes on forever in this game, which is kind of ridiculous.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
They should have an ammunition limit, and they do later on in Shogun 2. They make an ammunition limit, which they learned from their mistake. But more and more my allies seeing the disasters going on, and he's starting to slowly send more of his troops over in this area to help defend. Yeah, he sent some troops over here to help fight back these Prussians over here. So I don't remember if the Prussians get routed, but they do back off. Do I run my... Yeah, I took my general unit and I ran him through here because I knew my ally was running through, and I ran him through my ally, and my enemy cavalry just went right through my ally's infantry, and that just killed a shitload of them. So I think my general may still be alive, but he's not doing anything. Oh, they just came right back around. They came right around the building because they wanted to chase my general again. They were like, nope, nope, let me just get him. And they went right through the square formation there. It's not a good look for him. That's not a good look on their part. So I still got my general over here. I think he's alive. He may be dead. I can't quite. Is that my general? I think the feather hat guy might be him. This, friends, was quite the disaster. I did not anticipate that the enemy would actually fight back. I cannot fathom. I did not anticipate an enemy that would fight back. I'm sorry, men. I'm sorry.
Our men are
My
running,
bad.
sir.
My bad. Our men are running again. What few troops I have over here. Did they come back from routing? I think. I had a few troops over there, and they just. Oh, they're done for. My entire army's done for. All that's left really is just my ally, and we all see the writing on the wall. It's starting to get dire. My ally started to send some troops over here to hold this position. He's got a lot of Chessels
Our men are running,
and
sir.
Polish Legion, but the enemy armies just are pretty much intact. They lost few units. They lost very few units, and they're starting to move across these lands over here. They're starting to move soldiers across this river, and they're going to start sweeping behind and just start hitting what's left of us. Do we have something over here? No, that's the enemy. Yeah, so. Ah, they're continuing to bombard, and they just hit their own men. One of their artillery pieces just smacked right in the back of their guys right there. Look at these guys, look at their nice hats. I want a fun poof ball on my hat. Sir, why can't we have fun poof balls on the top of our hats? I can't afford it. You will like your feathers and accept them. Oh boy, oh boy. Great Britain. So I guess I have a few troops left. I guess I decided to move up because I saw shit was just going terribly, and I saw they had some Jaegers over here. I thought I'd charge them with my infantry, but they soon start to back up this fight over here. This is the last of my infantry I had defending this choke point, and I advanced them to try to fight the enemy forces over here, and it's not going good. The enemy is already charged with his Chevaliers Garde, and boom, it's just not going good at all. It's going, whatever the opposite of good is, that's what it's going. Smack dab right in the back of it.
Our men are running.
Spoiler alert, our men are running. Even more spoiler alert, we do not win this battle. Oh boy, oh boy. But it was a dynamic battle, and we were talking to each other about the interesting dynamics going on in the battle, what I was planning on doing, and what I couldn't get to pull, what I wasn't able to pull off. I just wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking about it, but I don't know, I wasn't paying attention right to what I was doing with my army. I don't play Napoleon Total War online. I play the campaign a lot. I love the campaign. The online I never really played all that much. Though I did play sometimes, though it was very fun. Still think it's very fun, but never was very much of an expert in it. I should have been paying attention more what I was doing. I should have been trusting my ally more. I should have, from the get-go, alright. My enemy is just, my ally sees the writing on the wall, so he just tries to just charge across the river and just crush him, but look at that. They've got a nice circular movement going on. They've got a circular formation going on over here, and they're just laying down fire. That was a good shot. Oh, they're not firing. We just got a nice Nice devastating circular motion going on over here. I love that. Don't you just love that? Love that that smoke. That delicious smoke and all the little pops coming from it. The little firecrackers coming from the smoke clouds. That is devastating. So yeah, what I should have done. Let's look at what I should have done. I should have split my army in half. Just straight up split it in half. And moved one army over here to control this area. Not to move up. I shouldn't have moved up. Control this area. And I should have sent my artillery closer into this area to more accurately bombard their artillery. I should have made sure to pin their artillery down with my artillery. I should have moved my artillery further up. I should have sent the other half of my army to control this choke point over here. The enemy would have moved his army across the river, and my ally would have continued to move up over here and to control these choke points. And he would have sent some troops to choke point, hold the choke points over here, and then we could have gotten together, and he could have pulled off a few more of his infantry units and pulled them into this part of the town. And together with my whole army I have over here and a few more of his infantry units, we could have pushed hard into this town. We could have just smashed right through, taking control of this entire town over here, and then had them completely split off over here and over here. And then we could have advanced on them. We could have done one at a time or both at the same time. We could have advanced and just smashed them both. Smashed both halves of the armies with a nice, just devastating hammer and anvil. A slow and calculated hammer and anvil. It's kind of what I had in my mind, but it did not pan out. I did not use my army to the best of their abilities. But them's how the cookies crumbles, you know? That's what it does when the cookies be crumbling like that. Can't really do nothing about it when the cookies don't want to stay together, and then they crumble, and you can't fucking do anything about it. I'm not a baker. I don't know how to make cookies not crumble. So don't ask me. But yeah, we should have done it better. We could have done it better. Hopefully next time. Hopefully this will be a learning experience. And next time I keep a closer eye on what exactly is going on the battlefield and what I should be doing. And the last of my allies' troops are just routing. He's got few troops left. Let's see if we can just fast forward a little bit. Because it kind of just... Writing's on the wall for a while here, and we all know what's going on. But my ally, he does duke it out for a while. He goes down fighting. He does not go down easy. He goes down a lot tougher than I do, that's for sure. I was definitely the weak link in my alliance.
All hope is lost, sir. This battle is almost done.
Well, thanks for letting me know, buddy. Thanks for letting me know. I was not aware that all hope was lost. But you know, thinking about it, looking at this little power meter, thinking about all the troops being lost, I think there is not much hope left. Yeah, my ally's still over here. Is he alive? Yeah, my ally's general's still alive. And they are just running. They're just... Oh, good battle. Good battles in, men. Alright, see you back at camp? Yes, men? Yes? Okay. Oh boy. This did not go the way I wanted it to. No. This could have gone better. Yes. Oh, I just love the popping of the muskets. I love this game. I love the pop. I love the smoke, the popping of the muskets. It's so delicious. Love this game so much more than Empire. I love Empire for what it is. It's buggy, it's got its problems, but I love this a lot more than Empire for a few reasons. And, you know, the bugginess definitely is a lot less in this game than it is in Empire. And yeah, that is the end of the battle. MD Imperial Horizon. He was the host of the battle, pretty much. We had some great allies, some great opponents here. Yeah, I lost a shit ton early. I killed about 600 troops. All together, me and my ally killed 1,000 troops. So, not even an entire army's worth of men. What do I got going on here? This foot unit got the most kills. And my dragoons over here were completely wasted. No kills at all. Completely wasted. Oh, yep, so that was my glorious defeat in Napoleon Total War. Hopefully I will be bringing you more glorious defeats, as well as maybe 1 or 2 glorious victories in Napoleon Total War. I am your graphics rogue, and I will see you next time. Peace.